Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has hidden unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure, or admire an old one. What will we find today? Let's dig in. Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
I know you've heard me say many times, if you fear the Lord, you have no reason to fear anyone or anything else. But what does fearing the Lord mean? Most of the time when we think of fearing the Lord, we think of having a high view of God, looking at Him with awe and reverence. But it's also closely tied to obedience. Because we know who He is, we get a pretty good definition of the fear of the Lord from Deuteronomy 10, 12, and 13. And now, Israel, what does the Lord your God require of you, but to fear the Lord your God, to walk in all of His ways, to love Him, to serve the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and to keep the commandments and statutes of the Lord. We can fear the Lord only when we learn to walk in His ways, love Him, and serve Him, not out of duty, but with our whole selves. The word for fear in this sense conveys wonder, amazement, gratitude, mystery. It's like looking up at the night sky and feeling the sense of how small I am and being overwhelmed with the glory and awesomeness of God and who He is. Fearing the Lord carries over into our everyday life. Remember when Moses met God at the burning bush? He made it very plain that he did not want to go back to Egypt and confront Pharaoh. Yet he did, because the fear of the Lord was stronger than his fear of the most powerful man in the world at the time. His perspective of who God was, both there and later at Mount Sinai, gave Moses the courage to be the leader God wanted him to be and to fully depend on the Lord for everything. And he grew in that too. Fearing the Lord meant that Moses knew God was in charge and he wasn't. Fear of the Lord meant not fearing Pharaoh and his court magicians, or fearing his own people who basically told him that they'd prefer he disappear into the wilderness and leave them as slaves. His fear of God caused him to be obedient, to step out in faith, knowing that God was right there beside him, orchestrating every detail. His fear of God overcame his fear of man, his fear of circumstances, his fear of the future. What does your fear of God need to overcome in your life? What step of faith do you need to take, knowing with your head and with your heart that God is right beside you and in control of every detail? Our fear of God, knowing who He is and being in awe of Him, should motivate us to obey Him. We are accountable to the God of the universe, the Judge. What do you need to do today to obey Him? Psalm 86:11 is my prayer for myself and for all of you today. Teach me your way, O Lord. I will walk in truth. Unify my heart to fear your name.
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. Also, if you'd like to share a treasure God has given you by doing an episode, please contact us. You can listen to other episodes on our website, which you'll find in the description below. Thanks for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.